What if I told you that the smartest man in the entire world, higher IQ than even Albert Einstein, what if he spent his entire life creating a model for how reality actually works? And what if it is not what you think? That maybe your mind and your consciousness control reality and your bank account. In this video, I'm going to break down the smartest man in the world's theory of how reality works, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use it step by step to make more money. First things first, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit the like button on this video, subscribe for more videos where we break down how consciousness creates reality, and let's dive right into it. Now, according to research, the average person has an IQ of around 100. So if you score in the 140s, you are considered a genius or you're a near genius. But when you're talking about someone with an IQ in the range of 195 to 210, you're entering territory that's so rare, it is estimated to occur in only 1 out of several billion people. So just to put that into perspective, historians estimate Albert Einstein, Benjamin Franklin, they had IQs around 160. Charles Darwin was believed to score around 165. Galileo, 185. Isaac Newton, 190. So with an IQ between 195 and 210, that makes Christopher Langan possibly the smartest human being alive today and maybe in all of history. He spent decades developing a theory that connects your mind and the universe. And it really has massive implications for your personal reality, your identity, and your financial reality. So we'll just refer to it as CTMU in this video. And it explains why your reality mirrors your inner world and how your identity shapes the simulation that you're living in, including your money story and really how wealthy you get in your life. Now, in simple terms, let's just break down, right? So cognitive theoretic model of the universe. So we'll break it down. Number one, reality is self-aware. It's a self-creating system. Number two, it's not just physical. It's conscious. And then number three, you are part of that system that generates reality. So what does this really have to do with money, right? It has everything to do with money, because if reality is like a language, like a simulation, then money is just one of its outputs. And that output is shaped by you. It's shaped by your beliefs. It's shaped by your attention. And most importantly, it is shaped by your internal identity. So according to the CTMU theory, the universe doesn't respond to your effort. It responds to who you are, or like who you believe yourself to be. So if you're Dave, hey Dave, and your identity is you're a worthless idiot, nothing valuable yet you have to offer to the world, you're just dumb, that's going to control how much money you make. And if you're Lucy and you're a real estate agent, but you don't think that you have the charisma to make $1 million a year, maybe like somebody in your office, then your identity will predict exactly how much money that you are or are not earning. Or like if you're Jess, like you're a life coach, but all the internet marketers are showing off their sports cars, their mansions, and you don't have any of that stuff. So you think people aren't going to be interested in your services. Guess how much money you're going to make? Not very much. So the simplest way to break this super genius's theory down is you don't experience a predetermined financial reality called your life. Instead, reality reflects your consciousness. So as it relates to money, you don't earn money. You actually reflect it. So if reality is self-processing, then your consciousness is the interface with reality or creation itself. So you don't earn money in the way that you think that you earn it. You project a financial identity, a self-identity, and that simulation mirrors back to you your financial reality. So if you've been trying to make more money, but you're still identifying as the person who never has any money and is broke, or you're an idiot, or you're not good at this, it doesn't work. Because the code that you're writing still says, like, I am scarcity. So the CTMU theory teaches us the external world is a reflection of internal operating software. And that includes your bank account. So let's just talk about your self-identity. So in the theory, identity is the foundational operator of reality itself. It's not just like who you think you are. It's the deep code that actually tells the universe how to respond to you. So if you see yourself as someone who like always struggles financially, you're not good with money, the universe has to mirror that. It doesn't matter how nice of a person you are, how good of a person you are. And this is exactly why there's so many good people and they live in poverty. And that's why there are bad people that get extremely rich. Because the laws of reality are immoral. They're just math equations. Your identity about money is the input, which then controls your annual income. That's your output. So income is output. It's not magic, it's math. And this is why, and really how his theory starts to get very practical. Because this brings in the mirror principle. And if you're with me here still so far, right there down below, I have a free success hypnosis. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments and in the description right there down below. Comment down below, my identity creates reality. So reality reflects the sum total of your identity. It doesn't care what you want. It's just reflecting what you are. And this explains exactly why, like, broke people stay broke even when they earn more money. And that's why broke people who win the lottery end up broke again, or like professional athletes, and they make millions of dollars, and then they are broke again in a few years. And it explains exactly why wealthy people bounce back even after they lose everything, right? We've all heard the stories of the billionaires, and they lose it all. They declare bankruptcy, and then they're super rich again in a couple years. Like, hey, that's unfair. No, their internal identity is a billionaire. So if the business deals go south, their identity still hasn't changed. So then they get rich again. So to really change your financial life, what I invite you to do is to view money as a mirror. Comment down below, money is a mirror. Don't view money as paper, as cash, as stocks. Money is a mirror. That's all money is. And that mirror always reflects the most dominant identity that you carry about yourself. So this is where it gets really crazy. In his theory, time can be affected in the past from right now. It's called metacausation. So, like, what does this mean for you getting rich? Metacausation, affect the past. It means that when you change your financial identity right now, you actually begin to rewrite the entire story of your life, past, present, and future. So you start to remember money differently. You start to interpret past failures differently. And like before, they could have been proof, like, damn it, this is proof I'll always be broke. But now it's like positive proof that you're going to get rich. So you're literally rethreading the simulation. You are rethreading your past by changing your identity now. And this is really the seat of total control over your financial reality. And this is what creates an illogical flow of money. Like, when I first learned this, I was making $1,500 a month, and I was making over $1 million 2 years later. That is ridiculous. It is illogical. And so what I invite you to do is consider that that can happen for you too. But to do it, you need a framework or a formula. So I went through this 200 IQ man's research and I distilled it all into a super simple formula that you can start to use. Step number one is to audit your code. So I invite you to just ask yourself, like, who do I believe I am? Who do I believe I am about money? What are the assumptions about myself and money I've never questioned? What role do I play? Am I a struggler, a hustler? Am I a victim? Am I a survivor? Write all of these down because awareness is the first step to recoding the simulation. Now, I have a free success hypnosis. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments and in the description right there down below. It is my free success hypnosis to reprogram your subconscious mind, because the coolest thing about the subconscious, it controls 95% of your life, is programmed from childhood. But the cool thing is, through repetition, you can reprogram it. And so all you got to do is listen to it for a couple minutes every day, and you can start to rebuild your financial life. It's free, jakeshypnosis.com. Now, step number two is to actually install your new identity. So in CTMU, it says that reality is recursive. That just means that reality reflects its internal language. So if you want wealth and money to start to show up, you have to speak fluently. You have to change your language. So I invite you to just ask yourself, like, how does a wealthy person, a wealthy identity speak and act? What does someone with effortless abundance actually believe about their time, about their energy, about their value? How do they feel when they look at their bank account? How do they feel when they pay for things? How would I speak and talk if I had $1 million right now? Then what you want to do is today you want to embody that. You want to speak that language, even if it feels fake. Because here's the thing that he taught in the CTMU theory: reality adjusts to your identity, not your effort. So even if it feels uncomfortable, reality will adjust to that new identity. Now, step number 3 is probably the most important, and that's to hold the frame through chaos. And this is where most people quit, and most people say it doesn't work. When you shift your identity, the universe begins to actually collapse the old version of your financial world. So it's important to know that it is normal to experience like resistance and confusion and doubt, people treating you differently, or even the money that you have drying up before it actually floods in. Right before my income took off, I was having trouble paying my rent. So my wife and I gave up our little condo townhouse and we camped for 4 months over summer to just save money. And when we started our camping trip, I was making about like $1,500 a month. By the end of the camping trip, I was pulling in $50,000 to $60,000 a month. So the most important thing to know is that this theory is teaching us that chaos is not failure. It's just the old system, your old identity breaking down so the new financial code can stabilize. So hold the frame. And then that's what allows the simulation to recalibrate. You can comment that down below. Hold the frame. That is the most important thing. Hold the frame. So now you know the smartest man in the world's theory behind how reality works. It's not about wishful thinking. It is actually about identity projection. You're not calling money in even. You are becoming someone who money moves toward. You are shifting your internal logic, your internal identity, and then the universe must respond. So this is Jake with jakeducey.com, wishing you a beautiful day. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, bell notification. Give me a comment down below that says hold the frame. And be sure you get my free success hypnosis, jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments and in the description right there down below. It is the fastest way to hold the frame, to anchor a new frame, and change your financial reality. It is free to use. About 1 million people from all the world have used it. Just listen to it for a few minutes. It will turn your subconscious mind into a magnet. for attracting money. Wishing you a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.